That's right, family. Time to tie ground. Yes. Gotta feel happy. Gotta feel good.
Let me try it again. 'Cause the last time on earth I lived a whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I know more than I know then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach the highest ground.
Time to raise your consciousness. The high ground. That's all this time is telling you. All right. Chaos. In the middle of chaos, it looks good. You gotta know and vibrate to the good of it. 11/15/2016. Greetings, everyone. How you doing? How was your week? You know how we do it here on Heart to Heart Healthy Living, my real life radio show. Let's start off with taking that deep, deep Kundalini breath. Or it can be abdominal breath. Just notice the breath. Just take a breath. A healing breath. We know that there's vibration and sound in the breath that does a lot for the body. We work with the formula: oxygen, pumps, electricity, and power. Take that deep breath. Feel it through your body. This is the Conscious Self-Health Care Hour. This is the day of the week. This is the hour that you can actually sit back, take a deep breath, and look at your life, because that breath activates and supports the lymphatic system in doing its job and purifying the body, because it's all about purification, and that's what's going on right now. Purification. That's what's happening. Take a deep breath. Start at the bottom of your toes and let it work its way all the way up. And anywhere where you know there's stagnation, where there is blockages, where there has been a label that you have taken on something that says that that energy is frozen right there, you want to take that deep breath into that area. You want to mentally cleanse it and purify it so you can awaken that frozen energy so it can feel good. So you know where your aches and pains and your discomforts are and what you're believing in. Take a deep breath and breathe breath into that air right there. And let's get those lymphatic vessels moving so it can start beginning to purify that area of the body. Thank you so very much for tuning into my real life radio show. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, affectionately known as Dr. K. I'm not a medical doctor. I work in the field of quantum health and healing. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm a certified registered lymphologist teaching cellular ecology so you can take back control of your body. Take that deep breath and remember you're processing. You're feeling it all the way up. This is the Conscious Self-Health Care Hour. I'm a bioenergetic, bioinformational wellness specialist. I only specialize in wellness. I only want to work with you. You want to get well. You can get well now. We can show you how to get well. First thing we do is remove the thought, the label of disease care. Remove that thought, remove that label, and we replace it with new language, with new depth, with new meaning. Cellular malfunctions. I'm creating my cellular malfunctions, the self-organizing breakdown based on my values, my principles, my beliefs, and what I'm doing. How is that serving you? Keep breathing. Breathe through it. Fill it all the way up. We're not taking away from where you are and what you're doing. We're wanting to help you expand, go a little bit higher, reach higher ground. Go beyond that man-made mindset of human consciousness that got you so seated and got your energy so frozen that you're scared to move and take control of your body. I am the one and only conscious self-healthcare educator. I help you understand what your body's symptoms are saying. This information will rejuvenate your thoughts to live a stress and disease-free life with conscious self-healthcare moves. Mental observation view is essential for your success. So how can I help you with health education for longevity and peace? How can I help you slay your healthcare fears? Take a deep breath. You might need to expand your shoulders. Get that breath all the way in. Extend your arms. And whatever limbs or organs that you feel that you don't have, know that they are there in the field. The sole governing agency of this wave particle that we are. That whole physical structure of your body is still there vibrating. And it's vibrating to the energies of the source of creation, as well as the energies, entanglement of all individuals here on planet Earth and not. We have to be able to discern where we are and who we are and what's going on. And that's why mental observation view is essential for your success. So you're going to sit back, you're going to relearn, you're going to rethink, and you're going to rewrite the errors that's necessary for you to unfreeze that frozen energy that's within you right now. And right now, a lot of people got frozen in time. They got frozen in space because their minds and their hearts were thought in a different place. And it's time for you now to go within, tune into yourself, a return to love, and find out how to unfreeze your energy. And I want to help you expand that by knowing that you are the creator. You are the manifester of what's happening in your body and what's going on with your body and also in your world. Because that's what you want to do. You want to align your thoughts with the world that you are creating and see how it's fitting into the world that you see. And the world that you see can be shifted. The situation that you see does not have to be your reality. It's how you're viewing it. And if you're viewing it from a stance of being a victim that you have no control, then we need to take that deep breath, step back, and reconsider, who am I giving my power to? So this is the Conscious Self-Healthcare Hour. And this is what we do here. We assist you with raising your vibrations, or a reminder, reminding you as I remind myself every day in all situations and entanglements of all situations that, Karen, be still. You are getting caught up in something that's not created by you. So how you want to work that into your life? And that's what we have to start doing. And this is a time, because when it looks like chaos, that's when there's no chaos unless you want to vibrate to that level of frequency. And so that's how we raise things. So yes, I'm sharing how my life got flipped, turned upside down, inside out, because of my unapologetically bodacious way that I care for my body. I give my body over to no one. I learned that. They taught me that. The system of healthcare taught me that I was supposed to be responsible for my health. And I take that very seriously. And I honor their information. I honor that truth of that information that was given to me to allow me to be able to do that. And I want to help you stand in that truth too. I want you to help you to shift that mindset that you have, that man-made mindset of human consciousness that keeps you away from your true self, who you are. You have to rise higher than that mindset to be who you are. We incorporate it. We bring it into our understanding, but we don't let it control our life. Labels are not you. Labels are not me. Labels are just labels. But who we truly are is not skin deep, because we're talking about below the cellular level, or we're talking about above. However way you want to look at it, we control the physical body. We control the movement of the physical body. We control everything that goes on in the physical body. Your physical body, not anybody else's. Because they got to take on what you say in order for you to be the controller of their physical body. And that is not what I want to do. I want to free you up. So when you come to me, cellular, lymphatic, wellness specialist, anthologist, I'm going to help you understand the prime variables of cellular ecology, how you can take care of this physical body through their definition, through their research, through their science, but more importantly, through the new science that's available to you that gives you the power when you understand the blood protein research and the power of purification. We all know that things have to be purified. And when we don't purify the body, the energy gets frozen in it. And we want to keep that energy moving, that blood circulating, that lymph circulating, organs processing correctly. World Diabetes Day was yesterday. And please don't get me wrong, in their body. If we're going to raise our vibrations, we have to recognize and see and accept that we can. So where you are, honor yourself as you begin to release those old thought processes that you have. So, why do healthy people die with no warning? That's what I talk about on the show through cellular ecology to assist you. So every month of the year has a day to remind you that you are powerless, that you are hopeless, that you are helpless with your own body. They remind you every month with a day, a name of a disease, a label to assist you. Well, I want to help you raise your vibration from that. And so what did I do? November is National Diabetes Month. Did you know that April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month? That we honor individuals that take back control of their health and understand how to keep the cells performing and in a clean environment so the cells won't malfunction. We honor you every April 30th. So that's a day that you can hold on to and vibrate to in your self-care moment. And you can think about that I can start getting well. I can process this new information that's been given to me. I can honor the old information as far as energy medicine, as far as holistic practices, as far as understanding what food is today. I can take all those things now, and with the blood protein research and understanding the lymphatic system and cellular ecology, I can begin to clean my body up, clean my mind up, clean my brain up, and make a difference. You matter, humanity matter, and the community matters. How well we live together, like the cells that make up the human body, is what living is all about. Each cell is independent. Each cell has its own job to do. However, the cell functions better as a collective community. Each cell plays their part of the whole. Each cell is a view of the whole. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Oneness is speaking. Can you hear it? Your body is speaking to you. Can you hear it? Those symptoms are saying that you're separating me. You're not keeping me as a whole. I work together. It's not just one organ. It's not just one system. Oxygen, the beginning. Oxygen starts the pumps. The pumps need the right nutrition, the right raw materials to generate the pump. The cells must generate the sodium, potassium pump at the physical level. And what is that pump doing? It is creating energy, electricity to give you power, to power that main organ, that heart, so that blood can be pumped through the body, feed and nourish. The lymphatic system can purify and clean up. You have to have enough energy pumping that heart so it can do what it needs to do, and the blood needs to be purified. The vagosity, the magnetic frequency that feeds the information to the cells. Because see, it's more than just energy. It's about creating the information as well so the body knows what to do and how to do. And right now, everybody's information has definitely been uplifted and uprooted, transmuted, and got everybody thinking all kinds of ways. So take your deep, deep breath and remember you're processing now. mental observation view is essential for your success, because that's what I had to do. I had to look at what was being created in my life by other people because of the choices that I made about caring for myself and other loved ones at their request. And so we're going to be talking about the label of diabetes today a little bit more. And we also are going to be talking about a new book that's about to come out. Carla Wynn Hall, the publisher of the Soulful Pen, through her other name, she had produced so many anthologies compiling people's stories. She has helped over 850 women. And so this time around, she decided to ask for people to be a part of a book, and she didn't really give it a topic. She let each individual person choose their topic. I was able and fortunate enough, as I was looking for someone to help publish my books, thank God I ran into Carla Wynn Hall on Facebook. And so this is what Carla had to say. On 11/22, 100 Voices of Inspiration and Awakening and Empowerment is the name of the book. 100 Voices of Inspiration, Awakening, and Empowerment were released to the world, featuring amazing stories from women, men, and some young adults. Powerful combination. Who allowed her to walk with them through their journey. Some stories will make you weep. Others will make you laugh so hard you'll pee in your pants. Writing in a group dynamic is a powerful way to get the encouragement and support you need to get that story out. So she assists many people with reaching deep down inside and sharing their stories. I actually put out a post. This is my second post I put out to the group that we all writing in, working together to support each other to get our stories out, to ask anyone if they wanted to come on today and share about their stories. And I had Carla on not too long ago, and she shared about her new book that's being released. It has been released. It's now in paperback, So Cold for Women. I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to contribute to that book as well. You can go Create Space, or you can go to Kindle and type in the Soul Code for Women and get your copy of that right now. And so this book, 100 Voices, it gives everybody an opportunity to share how they're moving through their life and their journeys and what they're doing. And when Carla was on the show, she shared that, and the Conscious Self Healthcare Hour, this is wellness, and I'm assisting you with those that want to move from a diseased state of consciousness, from the dark ages of disease care, want to move up. But there are people in the midst of going through things right now. They're in these labels, and they have done things. And so she was saying that there are people that's writing their story that is right now going through chemotherapy, going through cancer treatment, and it's helping them move along. And all these tools that can assist us as we go along. Because that's why when I work with people, I say, don't ever punish yourself. Don't ever be upset with yourself that you lost an organ, that you lost a leg, that you went through this, that you did that. Because where you are now is a new beginning. So we honor those stories. It's going to be told about how people are moving through the changes of what they're going through. And we hoping that they would see that there's more new information, more data that has 100 or more years of scientific study behind it that assists you with understanding that you can shift your condition when you bury the thought of disease care and using pharmaceuticals to actually help freeze that energy in your body. And so we honor all stories and we honor all people where they are. I do. And I welcome you wherever you are. And I'm here whenever you want to reach higher grounds and learn this information that lets you understand what every disease name is in the body. As I always say, I have to honor Dr. C. Samuel West, the founder of the International Academy of Anthology, because he took that research from 1963 when it was released, which was done way back 30, 40 years before 1963, and he shared with the world about the blood protein research. And when you truly understand that, don't be mad, don't be angry, be thankful and grateful that you can shift that vibration to a new vibration. So take that deep breath. Thank you for tuning in again and sharing this radio show with a friend. And so before we go to our first commercial break of the evening, I see that we do have a guest on the line. And she is actually one of the contributing authors of the book that is about to be released, 100 Voices of Inspiration, Awakening, and Empowerment. I can't wait to read this book and read the stories, just meeting and working with the people in the group and just seeing how we responding to posts and working together. So Penny, I don't want to mispronounce your name. I want to welcome you to the airways of Inner Light Radio, and thank you for joining me on my real life radio show, Heart to Heart Healthy Living, and share with the audience what you would like about, without telling your whole story, what your story is and why you chose to write, to submit your story to 100 Voices of Inspiration.
Thank you for the nice welcome, Karen. My story, it began when my son was born, and we never really knew what his illness was, and I hate to use illness. It was his healing journey, and this book gave me an opportunity to write about our healing process for my son.
Oh, so our stories are kind of similar in a sense. And so, wow, and I like the way you took away illness, and because when you take away that I, put that W in there, we get wellness, and that's what it all is, a wellness journey, and that's what we're all taking in every aspect of our lives. We're creating wellness, and that's why I like to say I'm a wellness specialist, and because all I want to do is help you see a way to incorporate all of the healing arts, all of the understanding of consciousness into your program, and know that you can free yourself from the thought and the state of being a victim to a process that's not uplifting for you. And so that's awesome. Wow. So this is your first time writing with Carla, Penny?
Yes, it is. It's very exciting.
Yes. Too.
Yeah.
I was really excited because, as I shared before, I was looking for someone to help me publish some self-publishing. I self-published many books throughout my career, throughout my life as a conscious self-healthcare educator, and they were only given to people that came through my programs and through groups. And I was told, and I do understand that these are some powerful little pamphlets and books that I put out, and I was looking for someone to help me put them out with some punch, with some soul to it. And God, I'm telling you, the universal energy and synchronicity and Carla's soul heart, her soul creation of what she does and how she writes. I was looking for somebody that didn't have to kind of understand consciousness and quantum and health and all of that. So I was pleased that Carla was already in that space, and I knew that it would grow my story the way I wanted it to be grown and shared with the world about what I had to go through with my journey. And that's what I share on this show, how I moved from disease care to conscious self-health care over 35 years ago, when it wasn't popular to talk the way that I'm talking. So I was quiet. And then as I got more information, I started speaking up a little bit. And then I made myself get quiet again because people don't want to hear about how to shift the energy in that state. And that's one belief that is so ingrained in people, because nowhere have we been taught how to take care of the body. And so I honor everybody that wants to help people learn how to take care of their body. And Ma, your story is going to really help a lot of people. How did it make you feel when you wrote your story?
It was a release. And not only I wrote about my son's healing journey. In healing my son, it also healed me. Very emotional, and I've changed my entire career. I am now an empowerment coach based on working with clients' emotions and feelings that we've been holding on to for forever. I learned how to process. My sister died when I was 18, and I held that grief down in my body for over 30 years. And I was able to finally, it's always in due time, be able to release the grief. And as I changed my life, my son's life changed. It's been a crazy, wild year. Amazing.
Wow. I am just, wow. Yeah. I'm just feeling this vibration. So everybody, you know how we do it. Let's take that deep breath. Let's take a moment and let's process. Because see, with every breath that we take, we are actually assisting those lymphatics to actually help purify the body. Because when we understand that there are more lymphatic vessels parallel to the blood vessels in the body, because it doesn't take more to feed the body, it takes more to cleanse the body. And there are more organs that have more lymphatic vessels within them that they need purifying because they have a major job in the body to do. And it's important that we understand about the lymphatic system more than we ever have been taught. And all the years that I've been working and doing what I have been doing, there's only one organization, there's only one location that's telling you the truth about the blood protein research, the lymphatic system, and how to purify the body and keep your body from getting into what we call TPP state, trapped plasma protein state, where the cells are not receiving the nutrients, are not receiving the oxygen. And that's one of the things that Western medicine does. It freezes that process. It stops or slows down or totally chokes the cell's life. And we're trying our best to get that pump going, to get the energy going, to get things going on. And so when you learn this information, so yeah, people say you're telling people what you do and how to do it, but that's what we are supposed to be, educators of each other, supporting each other, assisting each other. We're letting people understand how things work. There were many people that knew about this that worked with me, but they didn't tell me the process. But the universe wanted me to know, as well as this is my passion and my soul and how I took care of my body. And when I said no to things and didn't know why. But then I was able to get this information to come to me to let me know why I was saying no and why this happened and why I did that. And empower me to be able to stand in my truth. And when I say, I don't need anybody to tell me how to take care of my body. If I decide to go to someone, I know why I'm going to that person. I know why I chose that person. I know they have what I need. I am creating my wellness plan. I'm relearning, I'm rethinking, and I'm rewriting. And I'm incorporating some things that I've never done before. I no longer want to say that a diet is an adjunct to what I'm doing. I no longer want to say that taking supplements and nutrition and nutraceuticals is an adjunct to what I'm doing. I have to understand what the cells really need to create the environment that they really need for me to be the best moving animation of my soul self, that I can be here on planet Earth. And that's my only goal, and that's my only objective. I have one goal, one passion, one mission, and that is to help people bury disease thinking, because two thoughts in the same mind, you got to give more power to the other. And that prevention of a disease, we want to help you prevent it by eradicating that thought and replacing it with cellular malfunctions, because it gives you the power. So sit back, take a deep breath. We're going to process this information. Hope Penny can stay with me and share a little bit more about what she does and how people can reach her. But we're going to take our first station break. And in doing so, we're going to hear, I hope Jamal has it ready, but if not, it's okay. We're going to hear a quick poem by Prince E. talking about labels as part of this station break. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindsets of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com, the number 4CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation, 202-248-7749.
We need love and unity that will make a better community. another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Come on, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Let's show love and respect. Always remember never to forget that together we stand and divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. Come on and let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers. No matter what race.
Yes, community. It's the time that we got to help one
We
another.
all got children.
And that's what is being so wonderful about our young generation right now. They're saying that we are all friends. We are all human, and we are working together, and we want to keep this togetherness going on right now. And the way they're moving around and organizing and sharing their concerns in a constructive manner, I think is great. Because I believe that it's not just the walk that they're doing, it's a part of their consciousness. It's a part of who they are. It's the way this world has evolved. And yes, in the world of duality, we have to look at certain things. But in the world of what we all are, we have to look at humanity. And so that's what I work from, and that's what I share, and everything that I do. You know, I know about the world of duality, but I don't let that be the governing factor in my life. I accept and I honor it. I have to tell you that I really wish I could remember what Dr. Rosie's statement was for her show today. It was a terrific show. It was a great show because she started off with something about, did God die? And, you know, and I heard that because Donald Trump became president-elect. What is going on? And that is everybody is living in a fearful state, and they're giving their power away because of the unknown. And there can be certain things classified as the unknown, but when you recognize that you are God within yourself, that you are the creator of your life, then you won't fear no unknown because you are aligning yourself with this world, how you need to be in this world to move like you want in this world. And so the God in you is very much alive. That soul of your soul that's inside of you is very much alive. That is the field that we're talking about that creates that whole picture of your whole human body. And even though you may remove an organ or you may go through something, that is a pure picture that's untouched. That field of consciousness, that field that you see. It reminds me of when I work with certain people using the tools that I use in quantum health and healing. I'm looking at the whole human body field. It's more than the aura. It's the whole human body field. It's matched up back with your body, done by the work of Peter Frazier. And I remember like when I worked like with my mother, for instance, and she would say, well, how you seeing the gallbladder on there when they remove my gallbladder? And I said, because you physically removed it from your body, but the field, the structure of the gallbladder is still there. And that's why when someone loses their limbs and they say they can feel like things are going on, that feeling, that vibration, that energy, that electricity is real because your field is still pure and it's still whole. And you have it within you. And so when you use certain devices of energy, frequency, of magnitude, you can help calm down that energy vibration that's feeling static. You know, you can help give your body a signal where there's no signal. When we raise our consciousness above what we have been taught and brainwashed to believe for so long, and people don't like the statement that America dumbed down their own citizens in a lot of areas, but they did. But look at the power of awakening. And look what's going on. And that's why I say the world you see may just be an illusion to what you're seeing. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So take a deep breath. You are processing things and you are moving forward in your life. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Part of a statement from Marianne Williamson. And you are more powerful than you know because you are the power of this human body. And you should not want to give your consciousness over to anyone else and make you live in a hate, a anger, or a not knowing state of mind or what's going on. Booker Washington said, I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him. I, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate them. So those that did what they did, and the terms of saying that want to stand up and say that, Karen, you are wrong to say that you don't want this to happen for a loved one. You are wrong to stand up and try to tell me that, because I know that there is no wrong or right. I know that I honor the request of a person. When they can't speak for themselves and they ask me to do something, I did it. And yes, people may not understand this, but to see a loved one keep suffering and they want it to end and that time is coming, no amount of medication is going to help them end that suffering. Because what they do is they have to stop the medication to allow the body to shut down. I think about my husband all the time, going through dialysis, and they draining the fluid off him after he had been on it for so long. And he's like, how do I stop this? And I'm like, Alvin, you have to tell them to stop the dialysis. And I guarantee you, in 24 hours or less, your body will shut down because you have been going through this too long. I honor what I know as an anthologist for the power of the human body, and no one can take that from me. No one has that right to take that from me or try to take that from me. So what happened to me in 2014, I'm telling my story as a co-author in this 100 Voices of Inspiration and Awakening Empowerment. I'm excited to have a chapter titled The Greatest Hoax Ever Played on a Human Soul. How I shift out of chronic disease care stress. About how I moved from disease care to conscious self-health care. How that move had a profound effect on my mother's health care. In the book, 100 Voices of Inspiration, Awakening, Empowerment, which will be released on Kindle, 11/22/2016, for $1 with gratitude and thankfulness. When you send me a screenshot of your receipt on that date, 11/22, you will receive a free copy of The Dietary Goals for the United States, prepared by the staff of the Selected Committee on Nutrition and Human Needs, the United States Senate, printed February 1977. It's a 15-page excerpt, which is out of print. And even if you go to print, you will not see the original copy that was created in 1977 because they changed it immediately. Because I'm telling you, this document will free you up. It might make you a little bit angry at first and a little bit mad, but it will give you the power to help everybody you know in life. Because people say, well, we need the government to help us. We need the government to tell us. Your government told you in 1977 what was going to happen to you if you did not take back your power and stop thinking that the medical establishment can save you from the daily care of your human body. And these lifestyle choices that happen to shut down, slow down, suffocate the cell process. They tell you about the foods. They tell you about the medical industry. They tell you what government must do. This document tells you what each person must do. And so I took it literally. The document, I took, and I give this document to people to help them understand. Your government already told you. And they said, now what you going to do with the information? That was done in 1977. This is 2016. And I'm still handing out that document to get you to move forward to understanding the power of the lymphatic system and why they created the International Organization of Lymphologists, renamed them and changed their name, and in different countries they did different things with it. And in America, they said, we're not going to let you understand this information because then we can't keep perpetrating this fraud on disease care on you. But so many people are waking up even without this information. But if you had this information, it would help you be more anchored. in what you know. And when you learn the 7 major discoveries, the blood protein research, the power of the lymphatic system, you'll be like me. Can't nobody tell me nothing about how to take care of my body and what to do. I created my cellular malfunctions. I'm the one that can correct my cellular malfunctions. I know what I've done, and I know the process of life. And PTSD and shock and trauma is real in the body. But thank God that we can raise our vibration, that we can use energy medicine to assist us with honing in and allowing our body to energetically unfreeze itself when we don't have the power to do it consciously. And then we make those mental observation view, make it essential for your success. So when you purchase that book on the date of 11/22, 100 Voices of Inspiration, Awakening, Empowerment, I'm going to send you that document for free to help you move forward and understand and begin the process of relearning and rethinking and rewriting, because the person of the 21st century is not going to be the person they call illiterate. It's going to be the person that can relearn and rethink and rewrite in harmony and peace with themselves, because the laws of health are the laws of peace. And how did I move through that greatest hoax? Mental observation view is essential for success. It didn't start in 2014 as my mother was declining. It started in 2011 when I told the medical system not to do something. And they decided that they didn't have to sit down and talk to me. They can perpetrate a fraud atmosphere with my mother and my family. They didn't want to sit down and talk to me. Why are you afraid to sit down and talk to me? Why you couldn't tell me, well, we don't like the decision that you decided to make for your mother, and we want to hold you to the da-da-da-da-da. Why did they play a game or whatever they were doing or whatever was done? Because I put a benchmark. I'm always viewing my life, and I put a benchmark in certain things. Actually started in 2000. I was noticing some shifts and some changes and some stagnation in my vibration that wasn't coming from me. That entanglement is true. The vibrations of all is all in one. You have to be able to discern. And that's what I was able to do. And I put little marks everywhere. So in 2015, when I was about sick and tired of what was going on and what was showing, I had put a bookmark in my mother's thought process. And when she was sitting down telling me how she wanted things to be, and then she would say that you will have my service at Peace Baptist Church. And I would say that church ain't big enough to hold your service, because you have spent 60 years of your life in the Elks and done so much with so many people that it needs to be at Union Temple Baptist Church. So I put a bookmark right there. And so in 2015, when things didn't calm down, I went to Reverend Willie Wilson and I asked him what was going on. He said, go to your family. So that told me that something was going on that was out of whack that I thought I knew, but I'm not going to my family because I don't go to anybody. I cast no blame. I don't go to you complaining. I looked at my life. My mother wasn't a complainer. What she did in love and kindness, because she never questioned her daughter, no matter what anybody told her. So therefore, I know that something has occurred in my life. And when people are ready to let go of it, I will say thank you very much, because to not only do that, but everywhere I turn and every door I knock on, I go work, and you come behind me and you tell somebody some kind of incorrect truth because they live in fear. You're trying to stop me from making a living. I don't care if I end up on the street in my car. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And the way is going to be there, and it's going to open up for me to keep doing what I'm doing, because it is power in knowing and understanding the lymphatic system, the 7 major discoveries, and how to properly take care of your body, and not just on what somebody say. You can change and you can upgrade and you can reach higher grounds if that's what you so really, 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 really want to do. And that's why I honor what I do, and I'm thankful to be able to share that beginning story in along with 100 other beautiful people that's sharing all kinds of stories to it. Not only has it empowered them and made shifts in their lives, but it's going to empower more people to be able to sit back and really breathe and not be so frustrated. Because I'm going to tell you, people, what you better worry about is they're not going to be paying you to be sick no more. They're not going to give you no money to be sick no more. That's why they keep saying there's a lifestyle choice and you're choosing to be that way. So everybody better wake up and take ownership, because it ain't going to be about stopping the names of diseases. It's going to be about we're not going to pay you to be sick no more. So people need to begin to take this process right now and know that everything that they've been told, everything that they've heard, that they didn't want to believe, they didn't want to cooperate in, and they wanted to still say victim to, that you don't have to do that anymore. That you really can get well and understand how this body deteriorates, what happens to it, how cell life is. And, when you have that, you'll be free. Life is a state of consciousness. What state of consciousness are you living from? I ask this question each week right here, my real life radio show, Heart to Heart Healthy Living. And created from a man-made mindset of human consciousness. Ask yourself that question, because if you're giving your power away to anybody else, you might not be working from your own state of consciousness. So how do you feel that inner wealth, that invisible soul of your soul? How do you keep that feeling, that vibration? With a mindset of I am free, I am love, and I am a creator. You will never feel fear, live in fear, or any low-level frequency from the world you see. When you become aware of it and you quick move up. It's just like we were talking about the swimmer last week, that when they want to go deep in the ocean, they put on what? Something lead to keep them going down. And when they want to go up, they kick it off. That's the same thing with the body and the circulation and the heart, and what happens when people hold on to the term of diabetes. So that's this whole month. So next week, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to give you some answers, some proven answers to how to shift your energy from no matter what stage you are in diabetes. No matter what stage you are, if your legs, peripheral artery diseases are not moving and not function. My mother lived with those legs like that for 2 years. It blew the doctor's minds because she had no sores on her legs, and she was able to process this and keep going on and didn't have to be put down anywhere and on more drugs. My mother always knew that I would never give her drugs because I don't give myself drugs. So she knew when that time came that I was not going to let anybody else give her drugs. If she couldn't give it to herself and I wasn't going to give it to her, wasn't nobody else going to give it to her and call that still life and still living. And I would stand by that. And I'm going to always stand by that. And so when your legs get heavy like that and your heart is not pumping, able to pump, and your blood is so thick, it's just like having those lead shoes on. But at any given moment, that frequency, that vibration can change, and you can change. And that's what I'm talking about. We all can do this. The laws of health are the laws of peace. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. To live in peace, you must feel love, healthy, strong, happy, and vibrant. And family, that is an inside job called self-love, self-care. So really it's a time to return to loving yourself. So are you ready to return to love, creating a new relationship with yourself? Because that's what this time is calling for. Because everybody got to create a new relationship with themselves right now, from what they thought things were and how they thought things was going to be. And those that think that this time is changing for the wrong class of people, it's about humanity. And watch this major shift that's happening globally, because everybody is free. Nobody should be controlling anybody. And we all need to take our powers back. So take a deep breath. You've been tuning into my real life radio show, Heart to Heart Healthy Living. And so I don't know if Jamal was able to find Princey, and I think it's only like 3 minutes. If we were, let's take a station break and let's listen to that, and then I'll come back and I'll close out the show. And so thankful that you're tuning in. Keep taking those deep, deep breaths because you're activating that lymphatic system. There seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnoses are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.celllife.com.
I am not black. I mean, that's what the world calls me, but it's not me. I didn't come out of my mother's womb saying, "Hey everybody, I'm black." No, I was taught to be black. And you were taught to call me that, along with whatever you call yourself. It's just a label. See, from birth, the world force feeds us these labels. And eventually we all swallow them. We digest and accept the labels, never ever doubting them. But there's one problem. Labels are not you and labels are not me. Labels are just labels. But who we truly are is not skin deep. See, when I drive my car, no one would ever confuse the car for me. Well, when I drive my body, why do you confuse me for my body? It's my body. Get it? Not me. Let me break it down. See, our bodies are just cars that we operate and drive around. The dealership we call society decided to label mine the black edition, yours the Irish or white edition. And with no money down, 0% APR and no test drive, we were forced to own these cars for the rest of our lives. Forgive me, but I fail to see the logic or pride in defining myself or judging another by the cars we drive. Because who we truly are is found inside. Listen, I'm not here to tell you how science has concluded that genetically we're all mixed and race in the human species doesn't exist, or how every historian knows that race was invented in the 15th century to divide people from each other and it has worked perfectly. No, I'm not here to lecture. I just want to ask one question. Who would you be if the world never gave you a label? Never gave you a box to check? Would you be white, black, Mexican, Asian, Native American, Middle Eastern, Indian? No. We would be one. We would be together. No longer living in the error of calling human beings black people or white people. These labels that will forever blind us from seeing a person for who they are, but instead seeing them through the judgmental, prejudicial, artificial filters of who we think they are. And when you let an artificial label define yourself, then my friend, you have chosen smallness over greatness and minimized yourself, confined and divided yourself from others. And it is an undeniable fact that where there is division, there will be conflict, and conflict starts wars. Therefore, every war has started over labels. It's always us versus them. So the answer to war, racism, sexism, and every other ism is so simple that every politician has missed it. It's the labels. We must rip them off. Isn't it funny how no baby is born racist, yet every baby cries when they hear the cries of another? No matter the gender, culture, or color, proving that deep down we were meant to connect and care for each other. That is our mission, and that is not my opinion. That is the truth. In a world that has sold us fiction, please listen, labels only distort our vision, which is why half of those watching this will dismiss it or feel resistance and conflicted. But just remember, so did the caterpillar before it broke through its shell and became the magnificent butterfly. Well, these labels are our shells, and we must do the same thing so we can finally spread our wings. Human beings were not meant to be slapped with labels like groceries and supermarkets. DNA cannot be regulated by the FDA. We were meant to be free, and only until we remove them all and stop living and thinking so small will we be free to see ourselves and each other for who we truly are.
Divine human beings vibrating at the highest frequency of life. When you hold on to the label of diseases, you separate yourself. You separate your body and you separate your healing. And you only can heal in the whole of things. Diseases are not real. You are creating cellular malfunctions. Release the label. The label of diabetes, Louise Hay says, if you're thinking that you have diabetes, it means longing for what might have been. A great need to control, deep sorrow, no sweetness left in life. Diabetes. Vibrate on shifting that energy. She says, this moment is filled with joy. I now choose to experience the sweetness of today. And Lord knows we need some sweetness today with what's going on. So see the sweetness in life and stop looking at the separation, things that keep us separated from each other. That's from Louise Hay. You can heal your life. Is talking through consciousness. As a nest practitioner, when I work with you through the ED cycles, which you can go to my website, consciousselfcare.com, CONSCIOUSELF care.com. Click on the link for Nest Help. When I do the cycle and pancreas comes up, it's all about management. And so how are we going to manage our life from this day forward, from this moment now? State of consciousness shifts and change, and you can raise that consciousness to change your situation all the time. So we're going to be closing out, and Penny was able to come back, so we got an extra 5 minutes. Take that deep breath with me, Penny, and tell people a little bit about what you do and how they can reach you.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the connection.
Hey, that's the universe, baby. It's all good. I just let that do what it does and just come back online. So we cool.
That's right. It's like, whoa, what happened here? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I am a personal empowerment and success strategist. I changed my career because of my son, because of learning how he was healed. So now I help heal other women deal with their emotions, and it is so rewarding. People can reach me at my website at pennynorkett.com, which is PENNYNORKETT.com.
And I thank you so much. And I think we may have one more opportunity this month out of 100 voices. Hopefully I will get more people coming on, sharing a little bit about their story when the book come out to help promote it. This is all about promoting the book and helping people understand how people are collaborating together, many walks of life, sharing stories. As Carla said, they're shifting their old story, rewriting their story to a new story to assist people, which is very great. Is what we got to do in consciousness anyway. Look at our life and go ahead and say, okay, I did this, I did that, now I can do this, and now I can do that. It's always about shifting and moving forward and creating that environment that you want. And so in saying that, before we close out, I want to remind everybody, again, you know that I want to take this course on cannabis. I want to be able to bring cannabis into my wellness practice. I understand this plant, even though now the medical industry has put a patent on it and want to call it what they want to call it, but I want to be a part of that. So if anybody out there that wants to understand the how to use cannabis in their program, you can go to my website and click on last month's show and listen to Laura. She is the founder of the Holistic Cannabis Academy and holisticcannabisacademy.com. If you're interested in bringing that into your practice, she was able to assist her daughter that came in with challenges, and she works in functional medicine and she is a dietitian from the old school, but became a nutritionist because she knew that information from dietitian was only keeping you in that man-made mindset of fake food as healthcare. And so I want to take that course, and if you are interested in taking that course, go out there, read about it, type in Inner Light Radio or Karen Davis-Foulks so I can get that credit and I can take that course and bring that powerful medicinal plant of God into my practice as well. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Take a week, sit back and look at your life definitely right now and ask what this time is all about. And believe me, the reason why so many people have diabetes is because they cannot see the sweetness in their life, because you have to create that within yourself. Is that correct, Penny?
Oh, yes, it is.
No matter where we turn and who we turn to, they're going to bring you back to self. So let's just step up.
That's right.
And start right now. Thank you all for tuning in. Make it a great week and truly begin to love yourself and honor yourself.
You've got to get started somewhere, somehow. Right on. Where, right. Why don't you ride on, ride on the friendship train? Said you might as well ride on, ride on the friendship train. You know we can think of no better place.
Thank you for listening to Heart Healthy Living. Wow. We had a great time. And thank you for joining us and sharing this radio show with a friend. Now tune back next week, Tuesday, from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We invite you to visit ConsciousSelfCare.com, ConsciousSelf care.com, and join the Conscious Self-Health Care movement. Health is consciousness and healing is a function of consciousness. You have a God-given right to choose your pathway to healthcare and wellness. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and tune in next Tuesday, Heart to Heart.